Last week, I talked about polarization and intolerance in our society, one of the most serious issues facing our community. Well, this week, I want to discuss mass incarceration and how the National Conflict Resolution Center is addressing this most important issue. What we're finding is that there's an inordinate number of youth of color finding themselves in the pipeline to prison. So as an organization, we are using our tools of restorative justice to keep youth out of the pipeline to prison. And we're doing that through two key initiatives. One is with the school system, and the second is with law enforcement. Let me tell you for a moment about our programming in the schools. What we're finding in schools is that typically there's been a zero tolerance policy where a youth commits an offense and then they're either suspended or expelled. And what we found is once they're out of the school system, they're in that pipeline to prison. So we've been working with the San Diego Unified School District, with the Sweetwater School District, and we plan to do that in the coming year as well as with other school districts to keep youth in school and not have them suspended or expelled. And we do that through restorative practices. So we introduce restorative circles and these other types of innovative solutions so that youth can discuss with their teachers and other community members if an incident occurs in the classroom or on the campus. They can address that issue in school and try to keep the youth in the classroom rather than having them expelled. We also are doing this important program with law enforcement. Now take an example where a youth takes a car for a joyride. That is actually considered many times a felony offense. And that felony charge will carry on with them for the rest of their lives if they're convicted. So NCRC, working with the probation department, with law enforcement, with the San Diego Police Department, with the Sheriff's Department, we're working together on a restorative practices, restorative justice program where we can bring the youth, the owner of the car in that situation, together in a room with community members and a mentor and come up with a solution. And if the youth follows through with that agreement and they actually own up to the incident that occurred, then the district attorney's office is amenable to dropping the charge. So the youth learns a valuable lesson, they change their behavior, and they stay out of the pipeline to prison. So as an organization, if we can help keep youth out of that system and in school and not involved in law enforcement, we know that we're on the right track. And we look forward to doing this programming in the coming year.